Hello everyone, Agion here with another Goo Replay. Spawn on the north side as the humans, we have Tokip. Spawn on the south side as the human player, we have Parture. Looks like both sides are going to be echoing up, nothing too big. I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward a minute or so. Pretty boring just to watch two people building refineries. More refineries, more refineries, another... let's go a little bit farther ahead. Here we go. See something out. We do got our first factory after random more refineries. Over here we do got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 refineries versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 refineries. The very similar build orders. We do now have also the 5 factories. We have currently 1 factory into 2 large factories. While this is a little bit slow, he will gain more production out of it. And you'll need, of course, less attachments. Because based on his positioning, you can see they're currently facing away from each other. He can put a attachment here, and boom, he could have built 6 howitzers at once, or 6 Gladys, 6 lances, or additional attachments there. 6 scythes for all I know. Or scimitars. We got this trident coming in for a scout. He will spot everything of value anyway. He will see the large factory. See 2 more large factories being put on. He knows that his opponent just now getting factories doesn't have much of an army. Ooh, straight into the teleporter. So that is on the play. We do have 2 more large factories being set down. I'm not sure what was right there. Perhaps just selling off conduit wire. Got this tank attachment. We do have a lot of Gladys production coming on out. Gladys are, of course, the tank unit. We also have us monitor out, scouting around. Bit of a drink. I mean, nothing too much is happening. This teleporter can be a huge problem, however. Granted, he doesn't have any lancers at the moment. Because he is getting his teleporter of his own. So we most likely see artillery attachment attached to it soon. Ooh, going to see some balance along with this. Only going for 4, not an infinite build queue, so he's going to limit how many he gets. Oh. Looks like, oh, perhaps our refinery went down there, so a bullet left over. Yeah, we do see the refinery did go down. He's probably going to replace it somewhere, perhaps here. We have this trident poking away. We have another refinery being built here. You got an air pad, multiple air pads. We may see something there. I think air. Oh, what's this? Air attachment is currently not being utilized. We got the tank artillery. We do have some lancers being built now. Teleporter is complete. You can always teleport in a flanking force. Say engagement starting to happen, teleport a flanking force so you can get a bit of a surround. Or perhaps just teleport behind getting any early artillery. It is quite possible that his opponent has artillery at the moment. Granted, he does not. But of course, your opponent does not know this. Number of sentinels actually coming down. We got the anti-air, This anti-heavy sentinels probably for us to hit any teleporting force. It does have 20 damage. It does have 6 armor penetration, so you will be able to take on lances with full damage. We'll take out another couple more refineries. Very nice. Parture is the one down here. He's always the one a bit more heavy in the eco. As you can see, he's already building more and more refineries to replace his opponent's lost ones. Good to see, oh, I probably should cover technology. We do got repair subroutines by both players. You got the longbows target ground. Airpads now repair all aircraft docked over time. Note this person is the Parture human. Monitors gain stealth. Harvesters gain stealth. Harvesters gain stealth. So we most likely will see some sort of aircraft-based play out from Parture. We got an air and tank attachment here. Artillery, tank. It's been a bit of a slow game. Looks like refineries are going down here. These Gladys are curious. Just going for the Lancers, not teleporting in any Gladys for now. We got fully loaded Lancers. He most likely will teleport that in once his opponent initiates an engagement somewhere with his pretty much the majority of his force, but he's keeping actually an ample amount of force here to defend. So he's expecting a teleport. These guys will get overwhelmed. They of course did quite a bit of damage, removing the economy and replacing once again with his own extractors. These are going to be tossed back and forth for this entire game. Whoever can keep on top of it and not forget about it will probably pull ahead. In comparison to resources, currently Parture is ahead by about 7,000. So that is a little bit of a lead. We have the monitor gain stealth upgrade. They're quite literally changing spots. These Glass are trying to respawn, but there's nothing they can do versus this large force here. So might as well just keep these guys back. No reason to sacrifice them. We got this large force now heading on out. Parture does have... He does have a significant defense force expecting the teleport in. We do not see any aircraft just docked in. He is also at max out economy because he's at max out population, so it may be advisable to get a bunch of silos and just start floating a bunch of resources. These Phalanx did go the wrong direction, so he will pick those off. If he had 80 artillery, he would have now a very good time. We do have a number of Lancers. Looks like same upgrades from both players. We do have the one howitzer. We'll start focusing away, but these Lancers, they don't have very good anti-unit. They can, of course, withstand quite a bit of damage, but they just tend to get not do much damage in return. Oh, here the core went down by a teleport. Did he use a teleport of his own? Yes, we do have a teleport in, or perhaps not. Maybe those units were just ejected out. So Parture's core has gone down. He's not really hurt for lost mining time due to the fact that he already was at max out economy. Granted, he's now missing out on the production. We do got these scythes now out. They do come in for a strafing run or bombing run. He's bringing back his forces, expecting another teleport in return. We got this little bit of flanking force, very nice. We'll take out extractor and start heading in towards the base, but there's defense force. Scythes cannot rearm on an unpowered deck. There we go. And that's all. Power's back up. He needs to get these guys landed once again. Placing on wall segments just will slow down his opponent if he tries to re-establish the economy, but he has plenty of forces. We'll remove those quickly. We got this force here. We'll get cleaned up by these mass Gladys. There's not enough artillery really to deal enough damage. In fact, they're going to be staying in the bush. We got the one unit actually now revealing them, and boom, dead. Let's see, economy. Since the power down, he did level out the economy, and multiple extractors are down. He needs to replace multiple extractors. I mean, a lot of these guys are, don't have any no to go along with it. We got this Gladys force coming forward. It doesn't really have much defense force at the moment. We got to teleport in. Just a Gladys force, not a Lancer force. So he won't be able to all too much. These he will get Scythes on the deck, but that's not much. He tried damaging the anti-heavy sentinel, but he did not finish it off. We got this assault coming through the front of the base now. We don't have much of defense for us. We do got the sides that are ever so potent. And currently with the sides giving enough breathing room for these reinforcements to come in, we will now set up a nice concave, and most likely he will be able to defend this out. Now his opponent's forces down. We've got another teleport in. But it's just Gladys. Does he not have Lancers for it? Yes, he's now deploying Lancers. He's not solely having any soul factors for production of it. We'll get one of the sides on the deck. Ultimately, those Gladys teleports in are not very cost effective. He may get one Gladys in one unit, but he's losing 6, or in that case, 4 units in return. Looks like still a couple of refineries have not been replaced, 3 of them. You can go ahead and just throw them on this central point, just get some income. Or you could just go ahead and hit the cause vent plugs. We got this harassment force over here. We'll take out some of the economy, but we do got this other harassment force hitting his freshly placed extractors. We may be seeing Parture teleport in Lancers soon. Looks like he's mostly got Gladys. However, we got another Lancer teleport coming in. Sides are currently responding. One of the Lancers do in fact go down. Looks like the core will in fact go down. They're just so tanky. And once again, Parture's core goes down. He may want to pull back his forces. Well, then again, his opponent's forces are all the way back over here. His core can reposition, will be rebuilt. We don't have any longbow production, so he can use what limited ammo for his sides. Nope, looks like they have pretty much no ammo, and some of them are on the deck. Parcher's core should be about back up. Once that gets going, he can start bringing income, start production. We do have a significant amount of silos by the opponent. he will have a stockpile of resources if he wasn't spending it all. We got another number of refineries here, number of refineries here. Both sides start hitting the extractors. This can be a very juicy target for this force. You got another teleport into the Lancers, hitting the economy, but he does have an overabundance of refineries. It looks like he actually will lose it. He teleported right next to a force. He will take out one refinery, and will depower two. But he already had plenty of refineries, so that's not a huge loss. He hasn't been able to use all of them. You got this force now moving on forward. We'll start cleaning up these forces. Nice bush advantage, and currently can't push a unit inside the bush, so that bush will start ripping apart in the entire force. You gotta teleport in. And that's largely not worth it. We'll take out all of those teleporting forces, mostly Gladys, however. We got this nice flanking force, managed to sneak all the way through. We do got this assault force, however, coming up right here. Do we have size for a response? Yes, we do have some. And you need to start to rally them over there now and start strafing the area. We got to teleport in along the back line. Going to be hitting these air pads. Nope, going to be going straight for the core once again. Looks like Parture's core will in fact go down. He's trying to take out the Lancers. The Lancers are the higher priority. Starts losing factories over here. This force is over here. It's just way out of position trying to deal with this, defend this. Let's take out a couple of refineries. Looks like the initial point off the main base. Number of factories have gone down. They're just the small factories. He still has these large factories. We'll hit another refining point. The core is just now starting to be rebuilt. Another refinery may in fact go down, so a very good push forward. You got another teleport in. Or Lancers, he wants to hit the iron while it's hot. We're going to hit another refinery. We'll destroy it. Most likely we'll destroy one, if not two others. Still got this force here. There's a bit of defense force, but if he would have actually pushed forward, he might have caused some damage of his own. Might have. Not sure really, however. We got this another assault force up here. He was hitting all the extractors up north, now coming down here. Parture only has the extractors right here. This is going to start building conduit wire, fix the holes in this network. That's probably the best idea for him. Though he actually does not have income for it. He needs to teleport structures, actually. These things have no ammo. Trying to move them. He is starting to push forward now. He will cause damage. His opponent does not have any units currently available. These large factories do have 15 armor, so they can withstand even the 10 penetration of the Lancer for a time being. Teleports in the two Lancers he had in the teleporter. Will be start causing damage of his own, but he needs economy of some sort. These extractors are not currently powered on. He needs to teleport structures into the conduit wire crossing. These conduit wires are not going to go anywhere. and perhaps you could actually cancel production of everything, and there's enough catalyst in there to help create those conduit wire. This push in does take out a large factory, but it looks like his opponent will withstand the assault. There we go. Got power being brought back online to the extractors. He needs one more here. He could go ahead and just teleport something there. And the population actually is quite similar, so both players are in the same spot. I wonder if does this have still catalyst left. That may be a bug. I don't see any harvesters going back and forth. I don't see these things are currently rested down on the ground. I think this may be a bug. Yeah, Parture's is almost out. We do got a perhaps it was a teleport in. Parture needs to go out and claim some more ground. He does have the air superiority. Valiant once again, being ever so valiant, soaking up all the shots, saving the 2 revolvers. His opponent has sustained a huge economic lead since his opponent was depowered for so long. You got a bit of assault force coming on in. Teleporters currently trying to be loaded up with lancers. His economy is a bit struggling, however, because a lot of the catalyst points are starting to be dried up. We'll have these constant. We do got a longbow actually now out. Multiple longbows. We'll take out these sides. Well, he took out all the aircraft. He noticed his opponent didn't go all too high. We do got another teleporter, and it looks just 3 lancers. Take a bit of time. He's not going to focus on the core. He's going to focus on the refineries, which he can get 2, maybe 3. Actually, no. Anti-heavy sentinel's doing quite a bit of damage. We'll get 2 of them. We need to spawn some conduit wire. Does have the assault coming up front. We do have the teleporter withstanding quite a bit of damage with 15 armor. Can withstand a huge amount of abuse, but will get cleaned up. Versus force will get cleaned up. He could initiate a counterattack of some sort. His opponent just used a teleporter. He's going to be loading up with Gladys. Anything he can really get 4 teleports in. Might as well throw in some Gladys in there if you can't fill it out with Lancers. Parcher's economy is down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 refinery versus his opponent's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 working refineries. Extractor is once ahead, going back and forth. There's nothing really much for me to say. Both sides have been doing a great job of harassing each other's economy, though granted Parture has lost more economy. Parture does have a significant lacking in population force, so he's currently at the back foot of this game. If Parture would just teleport in a Lancer group, you could do a significant amount of damage. Able to take out the core, then have free reign against all these refineries. His opponent is not keeping a defense force like him. We got another teleport in. He's hitting a refinery, which is trying to depower the air pads, but he won't be able to depower really anything. He'll take out that force quite readily. You got an assault coming up here. He just lost a refinery. I don't think this is actually a full untouched catalyst node. Maybe it is. Number of longbows. Of course, they have extreme trouble versus armor. You got a nice pincer movement. Will force his opponent to split across his forces. You gotta teleport in some more units, perhaps just Gladys. Nope, it's full Lancers. We'll be hitting the core once again. This may spell defeat for Parture. He can't afford another core to go down. So actually, he may actually defend it. Yeah, he does actually defend the core. There's still a little bit of health. He's trying to throw in the rest of these units to take it out, but it does have, of course, 15 armor, can withstand a huge amount of fire. Currently, the repair tool is on it. He's actually more or less pacing the repair tool in damage, so that's not exactly good. He's getting small bits of headway, but as more forces start getting removed and more forces start shooting, Parture will in fact save his core down to the last 102 health. We do have a trump card being played down the Alpha. What was it, Archangel? I always get the names confused on that thing. Is it Alpha or is it Archangel? We're already seeing economies once again starting to go down. More and more longbows are mixed in. Longbows are really not good versus armor, so this Gladys Force by Parture will be quite cost effective. Looks like this economy has been fully dried up. That may give Parture a bit of advantage, but his opponent still has maxed out population plus 52 income. So he's currently stockpiling up resources. He actually probably has enough resources now for the Alpha or Archangel, whatever the name is. Parture's at minus 70. I think he's building more refineries. You may want to send over a Lancer or two to hit these Catalyst event plugs so he gets to reach 13 income. Oh, we do have more sites being rebuilt. We got another Lancer drop in, trying to hit the core once again, but fails. Core is down to, once again, down to 200 health, but he will be repaired back up. Currently, his opponent is using up his economy at mine. Oh, that's what happened. He's building a huge line of anti-heavy sentinels. That's been interesting, but of course he has the income to spare it for now at least. He's at minus 100 economy, so this build-up will be quickly consumed. Parcher's going ahead and hitting the economy once more, while his own economy is getting hit. Number of Lancers out by Parture. Without a teleporter, oh yeah, his teleporter did go down. So you may want to reinvest into it, perhaps. You got another Lancer with a couple Gladys. 3 Gladys, 3 Lancer drop. He's trying to hit the core once again, but there's a lot of anti-heavy sentinels, a lot of Gladys. And once again, he didn't even come close this time around. He's throwing away a lot of income. Lancers are incredibly expensive. We do got this unit being down to this last 30 seconds. It is probably going to be the decisive card to win the game for his opponent, or Tokip. Unless it gets enough air units to start hitting it over and over and over again. Down to his last 5 seconds. If Parture would have a Lancer teleport while his opponent starts pushing out, he could actually win the game. But with this Alpha now out, he doesn't have much to really defend. And out of curiosity, why is this health so specific? Why is it 2558? Is that some sort of Easter egg there? I probably should just Google up that number and see what it pops up with. You got the Alpha moving forward, Gladys, revolvers. He has a huge supporting force. This Alpha can make short work of pretty much all these units. There we go. There's going to be carbon slice through that force. You need to start hitting. You need to start hitting it. The Lancers need to start focus firing it. The Lancers can actually do quite a bit of damage to it, and the Lancers do have high enough health to withstand a shot. So in fact, the Lancers could win out, but the good dude got the pushback coming forward. Overall, the ground force is traded relatively evenly with the Alpha start firing upon it. He's need to get a lot of air units. We got multiple scythes being, or one scythe being built. No teleporter. Multiple extractors going down for the income. He currently is at minus a lot of income because Parture has cleaned up all the side extractors, all these extractors, so he's reestablishing it. We need to see more and more airstrikes coming on in. Number of monitors. Was that a mistake? Any units being sent in one by one. Which actually the Alpha has sustained a huge amount of damage. Down to his last 500 health, Parture could actually pull this off. But his opponent's at max out population once again. And 70 population is the Alpha. There goes a scythe. He's going to get a teleporter. If you can teleport a quick drop to the Alpha with Lancers, he may be able to get it. But currently it's in the production state and loses it before he actually completes it. And looks like this is the end of Parture for this game. Just more or less suiciding units in, but he's suiciding a lot of units. Power is starting to go down. All his factories now out of power, and that's just the final nail in the coffin. We got to teleport in right here. And there we go, Parture has thrown in the towel. This is Agion saying thank you for watching, and signing off.